Sports Pesa Derby alicio irabu igire ikoragwo ikihurwo jeki ni kambuni ya kaya wigithia wa kamari ariyo kambuni ya Sport Pesa maikorwo maikuria kaunti-ini ya Murang'a Mbitika gatagate ga kirabu kia Murang'a Seals na kuria na kana na timu ya Gor Mahia na kuria maraithokera kuria mwena wa Sport Pesa Arena akiharo kiria kiri kaunti-ini ya Murang'a ningi na gukorwo na Mbitika cia kuria mwena wa Ngeretha oho bururi wa Kenya kana timu ya bururi wa Kenya no ragithie na mbere na gwethagathaga nigethe kirugamirira bururi uyu kana ekorwo kiriro kia federa aya bururi wa Kenya Mbitikaine iritanyetwo gukorwo ikihanyukwo ari Mbitika cia Paris oririkane ati Mbitika ici nira ikorwo igitumura emotions kana nira ikorwo igitumura maundu ngurani makiria thutha wa kuona ati mundu gwetwo Sir Eliud Kipchoge hamwe na mutigaire Kelvin Kiptum ni magire gukorwo kana magire gukorwo mari stadium-ini imwe kana magire gukorwo mari stage-ini imwe makirwira kindu gigwetwo ihenya riri kana gukorwo makimatha tigiti kana wa kwimathira uhotani ihenya-ini riri ria Paris riri ihenya ria mbere makiria mundu gwetwo Kipchoge na mundu gwetwo Kiptum gukorwo magitanya gukorwo magicemania no indi mundu gwetwo Kelvin Kiptum maikorwo ikihurukira mutino-ini wa bara uria wahanikire kaunti-ini ya Uasin Gishu na tugaithie na mbere gukiuga ithie na mbere na rest in peace na ihenya na the legacy iria ikorirwo gitiga it still continues, it still goes on ana ningi Mbitika cia KPL ni gukorwo igithakwo ona kana kindu gigwetwo wetha kana riera ria ikorwo githie na mbere guthokoria rihana atwitanya ati we kuria ukiri ni ura ikorwo githie na mbere gukorwo kimenyerera angikorwo by the way hatiri undu wagire gukorwo ugikana kuja tiga gutinda ugithie angikorwo iharo iria muraikorwo mugithakira ni njarahu mai Mbitika no yeterere no ende muturire waku wagikorwo ugingera hatikaini ndugikorwo gieterera kuona ati ni gukorwo kigucio ni mai ogwo angikorwo by the way kuria muraikorwo mugithakira ni kwarahu mai Mbitika no yeterere muturire waku ndugakorwo ukiwiga hatikaini ni undu wa indo tugikorwo tugi postpone ogwo we hari uraikorwo ukindorera tafadhali keep safe na ro na ihikite okinene njitekiria tuko tukigira ginya kora iharo-ini ayetha ngoro gikumenyithia ora ciana cia tumia ciragitinda ikegarika na tukiambiriria tuko tukeraniria nawe kuria mwena wa Facebook ariyo Muthingi TV na ningi no korwo giturira kuria mwena wa YouTube ariyo Muthingi TV na tukiambiriria twambiririe na icigie timu ya Kenya iretanyetwo gukorwo igithie kuria mwena wa Paris haria kana timu ino iraikorirwo na athakana ya ikoretwo igicagura athaki ana no endere maraikorwo kana maraikorwo magitigwo mari athaki atatu na omwe agukorwo akiigwo ari tam kindu gigwetwo substitute kana ni hihi omwe wao agikorwo ndakuhota gukorwo kihanyuka muthenya ucio agikorwo substitute kana no gaikorwo replacement ya mundu ucio na mwena-ini wa arume timu ino gaikorwo gitongoria ni muthaki ni muhanyoki wa nahotana na wandikithirie record kuria mwena wa Inoezi ya ndagika 1 na second 59 mundu gwetwo Sir Eliud Kipchoge ririkani ati ahotanite maita meri kana aikoretwo ari 2 times world champion record holder mundu gwetwo Benson Kipruto ule wakihotanire ihenya ria kuria mwena wa Tokyo mundu gwetwo Alexander Motiso ule wakihotanire kuria mwena wa London mwena-ini wa Nyarari team kana mundu gwetwo Paris Jepchirchir akana mundu gwetwo Paris Jepchirchir no gaikorwo aitongoria ihenya riri ria mwena-ini wa Nyarari atongana mafuatanite na mundu gwetwo Helen Obiri na mundu ugwetwo Bridget Kosgei
by National Olympic Committee and we believe and we trust that they will do exactly that and we wish them all the very best of luck starting from today and therefore please accept this team.
You know that I think in the history of the Olympics we have had quite a number of athletes winning at least 2 times, including our Eliud Kipchoge, who has won twice. And therefore, we would like to give him a chance to see if he can be the only one in the world to do it 3 times in a row. And therefore, the first one is Eliud Kipchoge.
Because we want to make sure that this team that has been named here today, we work as National Olympic Committee and also through the government, we want to make sure that we work together in terms of any support that this team would want maybe to have in terms of preparing themselves to represent the country.
Thank you very much for Athletics Kenya and NOC for actually putting us in Team Kenya. I think for the next 3 months we are going to train in a good way trying to go and represent our country in a good way and come up with good results.
For me, I cannot speak for myself. I speak on behalf of the team. And we thank God for being there again. It's not easy. And for there we are going as a team. And our prayer and hopes is that to go and run well. We know we are going to run for the Kenyans, not only us. So for you guys, pray for us and support us in any way.
Na turecicirie mahenya na kio kiama kiramataga athaki goko bururi-ini ario athaki a mahenya arikio kiama kia Noka Kenya nao ni makoretwo makihariria akiwamano kiretwo Talea Conference kiria gitanyitwo gukorwo ikihanika goko bururi-ini na muoroto wa kiwamano giki ni gukorwo magithingatana kana gukorwo makirumia uhoro wigie mahenya no uhoro wigie ubata wa mathako makiria goko bururi-ini na makiria guoka ni uhoro wigie mathako ma mahenya goko bururi-ini.
Deploying some system to be able to report on the air quality monitoring, which was very encouraging to was one of the major, proposed measure for reducing the emission, because there was an aspect, a whole group discussion that focused on developing or presenting the policy draft. In Area 3, which is about mobility, they proposed a lot of.
We were given an opportunity to sign the document, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. And when I read through, I thought it was important for us to get involved, because I could also hear sometimes in the media, when you read papers and so on, the whole world is talking about climate change. And so we thought it was important that we also look at this and find out what is our responsibility in this.
We started our program much earlier in the year 2002 for sustainable development and climate change. We have a program in Taekwondo called Taekwondo Turn Green. And for the past 2 years, we've been engaged in tree planting exercises. So far, we've planted over 1,000 trees. We've partnered with the prison departments. We've partnered with Kenya Defense Forces and schools. And as today, we are very lucky that the National Olympic of Kenya has called all of us to synergize, all the federation to synergize and at least come up with policies and strategies that will sustain and maintain the climate change.
Na tugitigana na icio ciĩgie mahenya tuingire nginya mbĩtĩka-inĩ cia volleyball kuria team cia gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ arĩa team cia Kenya Prisons hamwe na team ya Fegi ya KCB nĩmathiĩte na mbere na kũrũgamĩrĩra bũrũri wa Kenya guoka nĩ ũhoro wĩgie mbĩtĩka cia volleyball iria ikorwo igĩthakĩrwo kũrĩa mwena wa kana bũrũri-inĩ wa Misri arĩguo bũrũri-inĩ wa Egypt. Mbĩtĩka ici nĩ cionete team ngũrani kuma gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ na makĩria nginya gĩtarũ-inĩ kĩa Africa gũkorwo igĩũka hamwe gũkorwo ikĩng'ethanĩra no ugukorwo kĩingĩra kĩrĩka-inĩ rĩa finals no ugukorwo kĩhotana guoka nĩ ũhoro wĩgie mbĩtĩka ici cia volleyball. Na tugitigana na icio turuge nginya kuria kaunti-inĩ ya Kisumu na kuria timu ya Kenya Raiders hamwe na timu ya Miracle Workers nĩ maikorwo makihotana mbĩtĩka-inĩ cia Red Bull Half Court na iria ikorwo igĩthakĩrwo kũu kaunti-inĩ ya Kisumu ikĩrĩka-inĩ rĩa finals arĩ gũkorwo rĩkĩnyogio nginya kaunti-inĩ ya Nairobi na kuria team ici igĩrĩ cigũkorana na team igĩrĩ kuma kaunti-inĩ ya Nairobi.
More interested about the 3x3 because it's very fast and interesting. The 3 points has really changed the game altogether. You are seeing when teams are down, they really want to take the 3-point shot from the designated area. In turn, it changes how defense plays. Anytime you see a player at the 3-point area, you will see a lot of defense coming out, meaning it makes the game more open and interesting. Because it's going regionally, we are saying the grassroots are also getting the right exposure for the game. It's regional, Mombasa, Eldoret, Kisumu, then Nairobi. So this talent across all the region being scouted really helped to grow the game at the grassroots level.
I would say that the game has gone top-notch, higher, and the ladies have really improved. Well, the three-point play is basically a good thing for the game because it gives a player confidence. It gives a player confidence on how to attack the basket and when to attack the basket. And it's a new rule, so it makes it even more beautiful.
Well, I think we'll work more on the gas because the half court it's all about running, yeah, and then more of shots, and everyone should just know their role, and yeah.
Na tukitigana na ishena kyo kirafu gya Chepkoti FC ne maraikuru makihota kurumia aruna hao kuma Talau Mbitikaine irira ekoretwo ikihariririo irira nanetio tateini rotino tournament aniria bakana muoroto wa Mbitika ici urari uhoro wegie kurwa na dawa cia kulevia hamwe na kurwa na uhoro wegie wagi wa ugitiri makiria gicigo-ini kiu na kuria muoroto kana na kuria aimwana nyingi kana mbeo njithi kuma itura riu makoro makiyumiria kuona uria Mbitika kana gukorwo magirora uhoro wegie Mbitika ici igire.
Tunataka tushukuru Taino na pia tushukuru gavana kwa sababu alimpa Taino nafasi ili aweze kutumikia kama vijana, na tunataka kuhakikisha hapa sioi kwamba vijana wetu talanta zao zinakuzwa kwa njia ambayo inafaa.
Dhumuni ya mchezo hii ni kuhakikisha kwamba vijana wanakuwa busy sana sana wakati wa likizo. Tunataka vijana ambao wamejihusisha na maneno kama madawa za kulevya, pombe, nataka kwamba wakati huu wa likizo wakuwe busy na waweze kujihusisha na mchezo. Sasa tukiwa kwa finali hapa kati ya Chepkoti na Talau, tutawasihi vijana, tumekuja na wageni tofauti tofauti, tutawasihi vijana kwamba achane na maneno kama ambazo nimesema. So hii ni a very good platform for the youth wakuje pamoja na waweze kujumuika katika very constructive activities.
Leo tumetunukiwa heshima kubwa katika eneo hili la Talau, Sioi Ward, kwa bimba hii ambayo inaendelea, ambayo imesponsiwa na kijana wa Sioi Ward Taino Rotino. Hii ni dhihirisho kwamba serikali imekubali kukuza talanta kwa vijana.
Na tukitigana na ishena ke murogamiriri wa kana wa Extreme Sports na kiniketiereta na makiria kureke kana kurekishia maciothe irirugamagirira Mbitika guku bururi-ini Mudogoto Hussein Mohammed niketiereta na makiria na kaugati o Mbitika kana o timu no nginye korwo no rugamiriri mwega agikorwo ni makwenda athaki makorwo magithie na mbere hamwe na irabu ciao ikorwo igithie na mbere. Hussein akoretwo ari murugamiriri kana akuruhanetio na kirabu kia Murang'a na kirafu kiria akihutagia Mbitika cia FKFPL aricio Mbitika nene guku bururi-ini.
It's very important that we celebrate each other, and I think for Donholm seniors, they've done a wonderful job. Congratulations to them for winning the Wazee League, and Wadau the Wadau League has been a very pivotal sort of structure within our football fraternity in terms of advocating for the importance, or rather the urgency that we have in mentoring footballers, especially after active careers and playing competitive football. I think for us as stakeholders in this particular sector, we need to encourage each other, to support each other, and to, of course, offer ourselves, even after our duty, to ensure that the younger generation finds a very solid base and a very solid foundation, something that they can build on. So this is something that is commendable. I want to congratulate all the winners today. I'd like to urge also other retired footballers to participate in such events.
Na tukitigana na ishene ya timu ya Junior Starlets ariyo timu nini kana ya marethi wa miaka 20 ariyo timu ya Nyarari ariyo Junior Starlets mathite na mbere na kwambika mehaririria ori methagathagite gukorwo magithie kurugamirira bururi wa Kenya. Junior Starlets mathite na mbere kwandikithia maumirira mega mbeteka-ini iria makoretwo magithaka.
Have everyone in camp, all the key players from the school teams are here. So we have a good team from schools, Talanta Hela, Chapadimba, so we are hoping to build a very strong team that is going to compete against Ethiopia. I think we are prepared because most of our players have been competing at the highest level locally. So hopefully they will rise up to the task ahead. So I am hopeful that we have a great team that is going to play well, even though we did not play in the previous round.
Na tukitigana na ishene ya timu ya Ulinzi Starlets hamwe na timu ya Police Bullets ni matanyetwo gukorwo magikana makihabat na ikerekaine ria semi-finals beteka-ini cia FKFPL nirikoretwo ikigira ikerekaine ria semi-finals. Beteka ici gukorwo githakirwo kiharo-ini kia Dandora Stadium kiria kiri kaunti-ini ya Nairobi. Na tukitigana na ishene ya timu ya Gor Mahia na timu ya AFC Leopards ni marakirwa makihorwo faini thutha wa mashabiki ukorwo makiruta mitugo itagiriire makiria iharo-ini. Timu icigiri ciakorwo ikihurikana igitungana weekend hituku na kuria amashabiki maikorirwo makiambia kana maambirie gukorwo makigucania na iria kana ni mitugo iria yaikorirwo ikananio ni kiama kiramataga Mbitika guku bururi-ini arikio kiama gia Football Kenya Federation. Haya na nimitugo ithiete na mbere gukumithio na njira nene angikorwo by the way ni mwaikorwo mugithi iharo-ini na timu yanyu ni yaikorwo ikihurwo ti gutinda mukienda kuhura mashabiki kana tiga ikwenda gukorwo mukienda kumenya uhoro wigie referee ati ni wina uriku aikorwo akirutwo andu makorwo magitikira uria maumirira makorwo makihanika na nikio o muthako ukoragwo na referee ugakorwo na coach na athaki o mundu akorwo akiruta wira wake ne thoni muno ati mwahurwo mugathie kwambia kuruta haro akana ningete muona ni moma draw na ni muona ni mukuona ta mungihota kana mugeciria referee ni akorwo akiruta wira uria atagiriire kana ni akorwo akirule out uria atagiriire gukorwo akirule out mukambia haro mukambia kuga munengero refari muhure iyo ni mitugo ihitukitwo ni ihinda miva kana mithako haha ni undu nigetha tukorwo tugituma ndugu haha nigetha tukorwo tugituma uria tungikorwo tukimake decisions citu na mithako hau nigetha tukorwo tukimenya hihi niki muthenya ungi tutagakorwo tugika twikire muthenya wa umuthi na o muthako no nginya ukorwo na muhotani na muhotwo mitugo miuru agiko macambiki no magithie na mbere gukorwo magithokia indo ikoretwo igiturwo miaka mingi kana indo imenyereirwo miaka mingi makiria ni thirikari na ministry ya mathako we wita cambiki ati tondu anga muthaki wanyu ni ahutio ugakorwo ugithie gukura giti stadium ni mitugo miuru na yagire gukorwo igithira kaimana tukiherera icio team ya Gor Mahia ni mathiete kana ni makorirwo makirora akuria county-ini ya Murang'a ukorwo magicemania na team ya Murang'a Seal betikirira na Nyota Sport Pesa Derby team icigire koretwo ikithimo kana ikoretwo ikihorwo kijeki kibesha ni kambuni ino ya wigithia wa kamari ario kambuni ya Sport Pesa betika ino ukorwo githakiro kiharo-ini gia Sport Pesa Arena kuria ri county-ini ya Murang'a. Haya na tugitigana na icio turoge ginya kuria mwena wa Ngeretha na kuria team kana na kuria Mbitika irira ikorwo igithakwo kiumia giki ni Mbitika cia Champions League arikire kaini ria semi finals na kuria team inya ni cira ikorwo igitungana na kuria team taruta team ya Bayern maraikorwo magithaka na team ya Real Madrid na kuria maikorwo makiuma bao igi kana maikorwo makiuma draw ya bao igire kwa igire na kuria possession kana ogoria team ya Bayern maikorwo makinyita maikorwo makigira kana maikorwo makigira gicunje-ini kia 56 nayo team ya Real Madrid maikorwo magika kindu to ball possession ya gicunje kia 46. Haya Gwedo gigotwa kana kugeria kuikorwo makigira goal-ini ya ulia ungi team ya Bayern maikorwo makigeria maita 14 nayo team ya Real Madrid maikorwo makihota kuigira kana goal-ini ya team ya Bayern Munich baita manana kana kindu gigwetwo goal kana gukorwo makihura uhoro wegi goal kana goalkeeping kuria maraikorwo makihota kuigira maita 5 na team ya Real Madrid maraikorwo makihota kana maraikorwo makihota gwika kindu gigwetwo shoot area kana kindu gigwetwo final maraikorwo makihota gukorwo makigira maita mana kona iria igokorirwo kana kona iria ikorwo ikihurwo ni team ya Bayern maikorwo makihura kona 6 na team ya Real Madrid maikorwo makihura kindu gigwetwo kona 5 passes kana na passes iria ikorwo ikinengererio kana iria ikorwo ikinengeranio kuri athaki aria maikorwo magithaka team ya Bayern maikorwo makihota gwika passes 532 na team ya Real Madrid maikorwo makihota gwika passes kana passes njega magana mana ma mirongo inana na ithano urikane ati ino ni goal kana ni Mbitika yothe guoka ni horo wegie 90 minutes cia muthako oyo team cia kana kadi ya yellow iria raikuru ikineano team ya Bayern micro makineo baka kadi igere na team ya Real Madrid micro makihota ukorwo makiamukira kadi ona maraikuru makiamukira kadi igere ubona kuga ati team ya Bayern micro makihota kuma draw ya bao igere kwa igere ari ikerekaine ria semi-finals ikerekaine ria mbere no gone kuga ati ni makorwo magitungana ringi ikerekaine ria semi-finals nigetha makorwo makihota kumatha no ukorwo agithie guthaka namba ithatu na no gukorwo kigira ikerekaine ria finals urikane sine Mbitika cia kindu gigwitwo UEFA Champions League team nayo aya kindu gigwitwo Paris Saint-Germain maikoro magitungana team ya BVB ariyo team ya Dortmund na kuria mundu gwitwo Jadon Sancho nekoretwo ekawega ohoro wegie Mbitikaine ici ogwo ne kuga ati team ici inya ni gukorwo igitungana oro ringi ikerekaine ria kere ria semi-finals kana ni Mbitika ya gucokeranwo ikerekaine ria semi-finals nigetha makorwo makimenya no ukorwo kigira ikerekaine ria finals no ende hari haha eri kana hari gatagati ka team ya Bayern na team ya Real Madrid kuri umwe wao ukorwo kigira ikerekaine ria finals dikewe uraikorwo ukimathe kana uraikorwo ukirutira team iriko kana ni team iriko ukorwo kiona haha ni gukorwo kigira ikerekaine ria kindu gigwitwo finali ya kindu gigwitwo Champions League urikane kwa hinda riri gutire team ya Ngeretha kana ya England itigarite kuona ati kirafu kia Manchester City aria kana team ya Manchester City na team ya Arsenal no makoretwo magitigana no ende maikirwo makirutwo na no team iri igakoretwo igitigana na team ya Bayern, team ya Real Madrid, team ya PSG na team ya BVB ari kindu gigwitwo Mbitikaine cia semi-finals gwoka ne Mbitika cia Champions League na tugatigana na icio ciege Champions League turoge ginya kuria Mbitikaine cia EPL ari cia Mbitika cia English Premier League na kuria muthenya wa omothe ni gukorwo ikihambatano ikerekaine kana ni gukorwo ikihambatano muthenya wa omothe na kuria team ngurani ni itanyite gukorwo ikinyita itemi gwoka ni horo wegie Mbitika ici cia English Premier League uririkane ati Mbitika iri tigarite ni Mbitika itanyika na Mbitika itakirete ithano cioka ni horo wegi kiraka na gwoka ni horo wegi Mbitika ici Arsenal makoretwo magithaka Mbitika ciao kongwa matigetie Mbitika mathaka muthenya wa omothe makorwo magitigia Mbitika ithatu etha makorwo makimenya kana makorwo makimatha tigiti wa gukorwo makigira ikerekaine aria gukorwo makimatha tigiti kana wa kwimathira gikombe kiria urikane ati team ya Arsenal ni maikarete makeria ma miaka 20 matari mahota gukorwo makimathira gikombe giki kia English Premier League hihi bahati yao ekire kimera-ini giki gia 2023-2024 kana ningi makorwo magirekereria makorwo magitunywo gikombe toria makorwo magitunywo kio kimera kihituku ni kirafu kia Manchester City urikane ati Arsenal ni makorirwo kimera kihituku maikorwo magitokana ni maikorirwo makiran mono mare namba imwe no ndakaine cia mwisho magioka magiflop wonto gutanya kana ni turataranya ati Arsenal matigoko magicokera mahitia maria maikorwo magika kindu gigwitwo kimera kihituku na muthenya wa omothe makwa magitongana na kirafu kia Bournemouth na Brentford makwa magitongana na timu ya Fulham timu ya Burnley makwa magitongana na timu ya Newcastle orikane ati timu ya Newcastle ni makoretwo magika wega mono kimera kihituku kuona ati matia Mbitika nyingi makoragwo magithaka no edereria maikorwo makiingira kindu gigwitwo ikerekaine ria Champions League Newcastle I think maikoro kindu gigwitwo overwhelmed na methako urikane ati kimera kihituku gia 2022-2023 Newcastle focus yao nene yari Mbitika cia English Premier League kuona ati matena ma Mbitika nyingi makoragwo magithakithio kindu gigwitwo midweek no edereu Newcastle maikoro makimathira tigiti wa kuingira kindu gigwitwo Champions League no riu kwa ihinda riri ndiriona ta magukorwo magicokereria kona ni horo wegie ikerekaine ria Champions League uririkane ati Mbitika ici cia Champions League nire ikorwo ikirwo ati team ciothe cia Ngeretha kuona ati maingi makoragwo makihe kuma namba 1 nginya namba 5 ni mara ikorwo makirwo ati kwa ihinda riri makorwo makihe 4 chances theri ugwo ni kuga ati agikorwo Mbitika kwa ihinda riri no ikorwo igithira team ya Arsenal ni memathire tigiti wa kuingira kindu gigwitwo UEFA Champions League team ya Manchester City team ya Liverpool na makiria team ya kana Aston Villa kana Tottenham acio no makorwo makigira ikerekaine ria semi kana ria ikerekaine ria Champions League. National tumarai korwo makimathira uguo ni kuga ati continent ege aria tigeretha makorwo makigira atano no litarere team kana team iria ciothe ihutagia mubira ari mwena wa England kana niguo mwena wa Ngeretha ciokoro igithie team inya peke yake. Uone kuga ati team ya Manchester United no magikirekia mari namba 5 ora maraiko magitanja ko makirekia mari namba 5 no maikorwo makihota na Mbitika ciothe na ndikuona uria makorwo makihota kuingira ikerekaine kana kuingira namba 4 guoka ni Mbitika ici cia English Premier League. Uririkane ati ni ukoretwo na githagathago makiria guoka ni horo wegie urugamiriri wa kiama kia Manchester United. Uririkane ati team yothe ya Inoiz ni marikorwo makiingira kana ni marikorwo makiheo shares cia kirabu kia Manchester United na kuria marikorwo makirwo ati nio kana ni marikorwo makihoya rutha rwa gukorwo makiandikithia uhoro wegie athaki na Inoiz maraugire ati agikorwo mundu gwitwo Erik ten Hag ne okorwo akiuma kana ne okorwo gefutwo wera ari ta nyabara wa kirabu kia Manchester United. Uguo ni kuga ati Manchester United metikire matigokorwo makiandikithia athaki angi na kuria maugite ati ni marenda gukorwo magi scrap off first 11 yao kuona ati ni makoretwo makiandikithia maumirira moru guoka ni Mbitika ici cia Premier League na makiria Mbitika iria ciothe maiko magithaka. Urikani ati Mbitika cia FA maiko magitongana na kirabu kia Manchester City no ende gotarie ogwo Inoiz maugite ati mundu gwetwo Ten Hag todo ne under contract na kirabu giki kia Manchester United ahota gukorwo kana ahota gukorwo kiega kwehera kuona ati angikorwo ne gukorwo akiehera gugune kuga ati miaka iria yothe kana thiku iria ciothe Ten Hag atigaretie kirabu-ini kia Manchester United mama futata omuthi agikorwo aragire gukorwo akiehera wera-ini mwaka-ini wa 2026 akirabu kia Manchester United na o muthenya mamurihaga tuge ta 2,000. Ogwo ne kuga ati mauko magitara thiku iria ciothe itigarite nigetha mundu gwitwo Ten Hag akorwo kiingira akana akorwo kiuma kana akorwo kiuma wera kirabu-ini giki kia Manchester United. Na ogwo ne kuga ati mauko makimuriha mbia icio ciothe in advance agikorwo ni mauko makimweheria no Inoiz maikora kana maragioka marakira kirabu kia Manchester United atiriri ithuĩ handu hatukorwo tukieheria mundu gwetwo Ten Hag wera-ini wake ithuĩ kindu turenda tuheirwo tha tukorwo tugi scrap off kindu gwetwo first 11 ya kirabu kia Manchester United kuona ati tutikoretwo na athaki standard na ngoretwo ngikwira kirabu kia Manchester United agikorwo he ma coaches makoragwo na under pressure nene makiria guoka ni horo wegie mashambiki na makiria guoka ni horo wegie standard cia muthako ni kirabu ta Manchester United kirabu ta Chelsea makoretwo muno mari under pressure ya gukorwo makiandikithia maumirira na no nginya makorwo makiandikithia maumirira mega kuona ati makoretwo ho ihinda inene makoretwo magitongoria no ende kwa ihinda riri ni makoretwo makiandikithia maumirira moru nogwo ikarehe uhoro wegie athaki gukana au team ino gukorwo ikiuria no urakorwo akigwa wira-ini kana hihi no urakorwo akihetia guoka ni horo wegie Mbitika na no uraikorwo ugikomerera wira-ini wake na icio nicio Mbitika igũkorwo igithakwo guoka ni EPL. Arsenal makoma magitongana timu ya Bournemouth, Brentford matongana na timu ya Fulham na Burnley matongana na timu ya Newcastle ari muthenya wa umuthi ari muthenya wa Juma. Haya nero na gitio kinene riu ndenda tukorwo tugiikiria nigetha tugicokereria tukorwo tugicoka na ageni aito na makiria tukorwo tukiruga nginya kuria county-ini ya Kirinyaga makiria itũra-ini ria Sagana kuria tukorwo tugitungana na mwanake ukoretwo akiuga ati we mai maingi aukorwo kimonera rũĩ na ndakorwo agitigira akindu ona kini Mbitika cia Tutaru na iria makiria ikoretwo ikikana ikoretwo ikirehe kana ikoretwo ikihimberio makiria kuria guothe kwina uhoro wegie mai maingi ni tukorwo tukimenya akorirwo akimenya ati no athake Mbitika-ini ici cia Tutaru tukorwo tukimuria mathina maria akoretwo akigerera makiria kwa ihinda riri njũĩ nyingĩ ni ithiĩte na mbere gukorwo igitua riu kwa ihinda riri araikorwo agika practice yake atia kana hihi araikorwo we train atia kuona ati akorirwo akiuga akoretwo akirira muthako uyu ni akorirwo akihurwo njeki ni kambuni ya wigithia kana ni kambuni ya Kamaria Sport Pesa kuria maikorwo makimajika agashiringi 5,000 kana 500 nigetha akorwo kana hihi mubango-ini wa tujiamini na kuria aikoretwo akiuga ati itanya riake ni gukorwo agithaka Mbitika-ini cia Olympics nitoko muria hihi hariririe kana ehaririirie atia gukorwo akiingira ikerekaine ria Olympics ni mareko maikoretwo kana hihi bururi wa Kenya ni ukoretwo kimuhe support iria agirire gukorwo akiheo ni ikerekaine ritu ria keri kwa ihinda riri na gitio kinene twambe twikirie ni turacokereria.
Save a Life ni gikundi gitari gia githirikari kiria gikoretwo gigicenjia maisha ma andu ngurani Kenya yothe. Nginyagia haha ni tucenjetie maisha ma andu makiria ma 100,000 through gutwara arwaru thibitari, gwakira aria matari na cikaro, kuhe andu irio, guteithia ciana iria ciuriire mabarabara-ini na kuempower mbeũ njithi. Nyitanira na ithuĩ o muthenya nigetha tukorwo tukinyitanira hamwe guteithia na kugarurira maisha ma andu. Save a Life, transforming lives.
Uri murimi munini na ni urabatara ngwataniro na nyumba ya mohoro, ihinda ni riri amu Muthingi TV ni irakuhe mweke wa kwanirithia kimenyithia niguo ukurie biashara yaku na njira nene. Tuhurire thimu kugerera 0777 572 358 kana utwandikire email niyo sales@lookuptv.co.ke. Uka tutume ndugu na tutirithanie hamwe amu ndugu ni makinya.
Save a Life ni gikundi gitari gia githirikari kiria gikoretwo gigicenjia maisha ma andu ngurani Kenya yothe. Nginyagia haha ni tucenjetie maisha ma andu makiria ma 100,000 through gutwara arwaru thibitari, gwakira aria matari na cikaro, kuhe andu irio, guteithia ciana iria ciuriire mabarabara-ini na kuempower mbeũ njithi. Nyitanira na ithuĩ o muthenya nigetha tukorwo tukinyitanira hamwe guteithia na kugarurira maisha ma andu. Save a Life, transforming lives.
Uri murimi munini na ni urabatara ngwataniro na nyumba ya mohoro, ihinda ni riri amu Muthingi TV ni irakuhe mweke wa kwanirithia kimenyithia niguo ukurie biashara yaku na njira nene. Tuhurire thimu kugerera 0777 572 358 kana utwandikire email niyo sales@lookuptv.co.ke. Uka tutume ndugu na tutirithanie hamwe amu ndugu ni makinya.
Save a Life ni gikundi gitari gia githirikari kiria gikoretwo gigicenjia maisha ma andu ngurani Kenya yothe. Nginyagia haha ni tucenjetie maisha ma andu makiria ma 100,000 through gutwara arwaru thibitari, gwakira aria matari na cikaro, kuhe andu irio, guteithia ciana iria ciuriire mabarabara-ini na kuempower mbeũ njithi. Nyitanira na ithuĩ o muthenya nigetha tukorwo tukinyitanira hamwe guteithia na kugarurira maisha ma andu. Save a Life, transforming lives.
Uri murimi munini na ni urabatara ngwataniro na nyumba ya mohoro ihinda nĩ rĩrĩ amu Muthingi TV nĩ irakuhe mweke wa kwanĩrĩrithia kĩmenyithia nĩguo ũkũrie biacara yaku na njĩra nene. Tuhũrĩre thimũ kũgerera 0777 572 358 kana ũtwandĩkĩre email nĩyo sales@lookuptv.co.ke. Ũka tũtume ndũgũ na tũtirithanie hamwe amu ndũgũ nĩ makinya.
Save a Life nĩ gĩkundi gĩtarĩ gĩa gĩthirikari kĩrĩa gĩkoretwo gĩgĩcenjia maica ma andũ ngũrani ngũrani Kenya yothe. Nginyagia haha nĩ tũcenjetie maica ma andũ makĩria ma 100,000 through gũtwara arwaru thibitarĩ, gwakĩra arĩa matarĩ na cikaro, kũhe andũ irio, gũteithia ciana iria ciũrĩire mabarabara-inĩ na kũ-empower mbeũ njĩthĩ. Nyitanĩra na ithuĩ o mũthenya nĩgetha tũkorwo tũkĩnyitanĩra hamwe gũteithia na kũgarũrĩra maica ma andũ. Save a Life, transforming lives.
Uri murimi munini na ni urabatara ngwataniro na nyumba ya mohoro ihinda nĩ rĩrĩ amu Muthingi TV nĩ irakuhe mweke wa kwanĩrĩrithia kĩmenyithia nĩguo ũkũrie biacara yaku na njĩra nene. Tuhũrĩre thimũ kũgerera 0777 572 358 kana ũtwandĩkĩre email nĩyo sales@lookuptv.co.ke. Ũka tũtume ndũgũ na tũtirithanie hamwe amu ndũgũ nĩ makinya.
Rĩrĩa tũratũra mũtũrĩre-inĩ ũyũ nĩ tũcemanagia na maũndũ matiganĩte, mamwe magatiga ironda nene ngoro-inĩ citũ na mamwe magatuĩka rũgano rwa gũtũra rũheanagwo.
Ndiranengeria mwana wakwa iria, mwana ndarĩ na outlet, ndayambirie kũimba, mwana kĩambia kũrutĩra kĩoro kanua na maniũrũ.
Wathi kĩrabu no nginya ũrĩka ũrĩa andũ a kĩrabu mekaga, no wĩkore magerio-inĩ haraka mũno.
Konge nĩ arata matwĩkirie, konge nĩ endwa aitũ, amwe makĩmenyaga arĩa angĩ matekũmenya.
Kĩrĩndĩ magucagia bangi magoka makanjoherera mũtĩ-inĩ, makahũra ngundi ta bag kamakangia boxi.
Weka atĩa?
Sasa sijui niĩ ndiũĩ tunohererwo harĩ na mũtĩ hau, lakini sasa the end of the day ndũrĩ na handũ ha kũrĩra.
Na nĩkĩo niĩ Teri wa Mwangi njĩnyitĩtie mũthiori gwethana na andũ mena rũgano rwa mwanya, tũgakorwo tũgĩikara thĩ nao magakorwo magĩtũhe marĩa manatũngana namo. Nĩ o mũthenya wa Juma thaa 2 cia hwaĩ-inĩ thĩinĩ wa tabarĩra ya rũgano rwakwa gũkũ kwa Muthingi TV.
Asa. Naga asa. Karibuni na mwikare thĩ mũnjĩre nĩkĩ kĩarĩa kĩngĩ.
Pastor, mũndũ ta ũyũ okaga ũtukũ biũ na ndarĩ ũguo tene. Thikũ ici ona thimũ yake ndigĩkwĩra ndamĩhutirie rĩ, nĩ password ekĩraga.
Maũndũ ta maya nĩmo mahagũrĩte ihiko nyingĩ, na ithuĩ Muthingi TV tũgakũrehera tabarĩra ya mwanya ĩtagwo kwĩregeria.
Ũngĩkona mũndũ ciana cianyarara muthu umenye mutumia ucio no monete
no nginya wambe wamũkĩre mũndũ getha thamake.
O mũthenya wa kiumia kuma thaa 4 cia ũtukũ nginya thaa 5 na niĩ Njũgũna wa Ngugi.
Gũtirĩ ngware ebiso nikio na ithuĩ rĩa nauma ngo-inĩ tukiumagara tukeribariba nĩguo tukahang'e. Gũkũ arĩ tabarĩra-inĩ ya mwĩhang'ĩri gũkũ kwa Mũthingi TV.
Ũguo nĩ tũtambũrĩte kĩo na wĩrutĩri waku mĩethere-inĩ. Nĩkĩo tũkaga o hau haku wĩra-inĩ, tũkagĩa gĩikaro, tũkamenya ũhangaga atĩa na wanjĩrĩirie atĩa.
Ndekaga indo bundi, tũthondekaga indo cia thukuru kuma baby class.
Ngĩandĩkwo nĩ mũthuri wĩho, andĩkĩtwo gĩbanda kĩ harĩa rũgongo.
Nĩ o kiumia wa kerĩ ciĩhanda thaa 2:30 nginya thaa 3 cia ũtukũ.
Tabarĩra-inĩ ya mwĩhang'ĩri o gũkũ kwa Mũthingi TV, na ni Mwangi wa Mũrugi.
Kĩhoto kiunaga ũtamũgete na kuona kĩhoto watho nĩ ũbataranagia.
Watho ũkoragwo wa gũteithia mĩtugo na mĩkĩre ya maũndũ harĩ andũ othe.
Na watho ugĩte nĩ 3 months with full pay.
Ndwagĩrĩirwo gũtwarwo police station kana gũtwarwo criminal court nĩ ũndũ wa defamation.
Na nĩkĩo nĩ nawe tũbatiĩ kũmenya ũrĩa mũndũ angĩetha kĩhoto gĩake.
Mwana ena right yake na mwana we nĩ innocent.
Kĩhoto irĩkoragwo na mũthuri na mũtumia tokũgaya na indo ikwari.
Watho nĩ wĩtĩkĩrĩtie ciana icio ũtigĩrwo.
Nyitanĩra naniĩ Wairimũ wa Kimani gũkũ kwa Mũthingi TV o wakana thaa 2 cia hwaĩ-inĩ, tũthome na tũhĩganie ciĩgiĩ watho amu gũkũ nĩkuo kĩhumo kĩa gũtherema.
Save a Life nĩ gĩkundi gĩtarĩ gĩa gĩthirikari kĩrĩa gĩkoretwo gĩgĩcenjia maica ma andũ ngũrani Kenya yothe. Nginyagia haha nĩ tũcenjetie maica ma andũ makĩria ma 100,000 through gũtwara arwaru thibitarĩ, gwakĩra arĩa matarĩ na cikaro, kũhe andũ irio, gũteithia ciana iria ciũrĩire mabarabara-inĩ na kũ-empower mbeũ njĩthĩ. Nyitanĩra na ithuĩ o mũthenya nĩgetha tũkorwo tũkĩnyitanĩra hamwe gũteithia na kũgarũrĩra maica ma andũ. Save a Life, transforming lives.
Rĩrĩa tũratũra mũtũrĩre-inĩ ũyũ nĩ tũcemanagia na maũndũ matiganĩte, mamwe magatiga ironda nene ngoro-inĩ citũ na mamwe magatuĩka rũgano rwa gũtũra rũheanagwo.
Rĩrĩa nengeria mwana wakwa iria, mwana ndarĩ na outlet, ndayambirie kũimba. Mwana kĩambia kũrutĩra kĩoro kanua na maniũrũ.
Wathi kĩrabu rĩ, no nginya ũrĩka ũrĩa andũ a kĩrabu mekaga, no wĩkore magerio-inĩ haraka mũno.
Konge nĩ arata matwĩkirie, konge nĩ endwa aitũ, amwe makĩmenyaga arĩa angĩ matekũmenya.
Kĩrĩndĩ magucagia bangi magoka makanjoherera mũtĩ-inĩ, makahũra ngundi ta bag kama bag ya boxing.
Weka atĩa?
Sasa sijui niĩ ndiũĩ tunohererwo harĩ na mũtĩ hau, lakini sasa the end of the day ndũrĩ na handũ ha kũrĩra.
Na nĩkĩo niĩ Teri wa Mwangi njĩnyitĩtie mũthiori gwethana na andũ mena rũgano rwa mwanya, tũgakorwo tũgĩikara thĩ nao magakorwo magĩtũhe marĩa manatũngana namo. Nĩ o mũthenya wa Juma thaa 2 cia hwaĩ-inĩ thĩinĩ wa tabarĩra ya rũgano rwakwa gũkũ kwa Mũthingi TV.
Gũtirĩ ngware ebiso nĩkĩo na ithuĩ rĩa nauma ngo-inĩ tũkiumagara tũkeribariba nĩguo tũkahang'e. Gũkũ arĩ tabarĩra-inĩ ya mwĩhang'ĩri gũkũ kwa Mũthingi TV.
Ũguo nĩ tũtambũrĩte kĩo na wĩrutĩri waku mĩethere-inĩ. Nĩkĩo tũkaga o hau haku wĩra-inĩ, tũkagĩa gĩikaro, tũkamenya ũhangaga atĩa na wanjĩrĩirie atĩa.
Bundi, tũthondekaga indo cia thukuru kuma baby class.
Ngĩandĩkwo nĩ mũthuri wĩho, andĩkĩtwo gĩbanda kĩ harĩa rũgongo.
Nĩ o kiumia wa kerĩ ciĩhanda thaa 2:30 nginya thaa 3 cia ũtukũ.
Tabarĩra-inĩ ya mwĩhang'ĩri o gũkũ kwa Mũthingi TV na ni Mwangi wa Mũrugi.
Karibuni na mwikare thĩ mũnjĩre nĩkĩ kĩarĩa kĩngĩ.
Pastor, mũndũ ta ũyũ okaga ũtukũ biũ na ndarĩ ũguo tene. Thikũ ici ona thimũ yake ndigĩkwĩra ndamĩhutirie rĩ, nĩ password ekĩraga.
Maũndũ ta maya nĩmo mahagũrĩte ihiko nyingĩ, na ithuĩ Mũthingi TV tũgakũrehera tabarĩra ya mwanya ĩtagwo kwĩregeria.
Ũngĩkona mũndũ ciana cianyarara muthu umenye mutumia ucio no monete
no nginya wambe wamũkĩre mũndũ getha thamake.
O mũthenya wa kiumia kuma thaa 4 cia ũtukũ nginya thaa 5 na niĩ Njũgũna wa Ngugi.
Kihoto kiunaga utamugete na kuona kihoto watho ni ufataranagia.
Watho ukoragwo wa guteithia mitugo na mikire ya maundu hari andu othe.
Na watho ugite ni 3 months with full pay.
Ndwagĩrĩirwo gũtwarwo police station kana gũtwarwo criminal court ni ũndũ wa defamation.
Na nikio ni nawe tufatie kumenya uria mundu agietha kihoto giake.
Mwana ena right yake na mwana we ni innocent.
Kihoto iriko na muthuri na mutumia tokoga na indo ikwari.
Watho ni witikiritie ciana icio utigirwo.
Nyitana nani Wairimu wa Kimani guku kwa Mũthingi TV o wakana thaa 2 cia hwaini tuthome na tuhiganie ciĩgiĩ watho amu guku nikuo kihumo kia gutherema.
Rĩrĩa tũratũra mũtũrĩre-inĩ ũyũ nĩ tũcemanagia na maũndũ matiganĩte, mamwe magatiga ironda nene ngoro-inĩ citũ na mamwe magatuĩka rũgano rwa gũtũra rũheanagwo.
Ndiranengeria mwana wakwa iria, mwana ndarĩ na outlet, ndayambirie kũimba. Mwana akĩambia kũrutĩra kĩoro kanua na maniũrũ.
Wathi kĩrabu rĩ no nginya ũrĩka ũrĩa andũ a kĩrabu mekaga, no wĩkore magĩrĩro-inĩ haraka mũno.
Konge nĩ arata matwĩkirie, konge nĩ endwa aitũ, amwe makĩmenyaga arĩa angĩ matekũmenya.
Kĩrĩndĩ magucagia bangi magoka makanjoherera mũtĩ-inĩ makahũra ngundi ta bag kama bag ya boxing.
Weka atia?
Sasa sijui niĩ ndiũĩ tunohererwo harĩ na mũtĩ hau, lakini sasa the end of the day ndũrĩ na handũ ha kũrĩra.
Na nĩkĩo niĩ Teri wa Mwangi njĩnyitĩtie mũthiori gwethana na andũ mena rũgano rwa mwanya, tũgakorwo tũgĩikara thĩ nao magakorwo magĩtũhe marĩa manatũngana namo. Nĩ o mũthenya wa Juma thaa 2 cia hwaĩ-inĩ thĩinĩ wa tabarĩra ya rũgano rwakwa gũkũ kwa Mũthingi TV.
Kia gutire ngware ebiso nikio na ithuĩ rĩa nauma ngo-inĩ tukiumagara tukeribariba niguo tukahang'e. Gũkũ arĩ tabarĩra-inĩ ya mwĩhang'ĩri gũkũ kwa Mũthingi TV.
Ũguo nĩ tũtambũrĩte kĩo na wĩrutĩri waku mĩethere-inĩ. Nĩkĩo tũkaga o hau haku wĩra-inĩ tukagĩa gĩikaro tukamenya ũhangaga atĩa na wanjĩrĩirie atĩa.
Thondekaga indo cia thukuru kuma baby class.
Ngĩandĩkwo nĩ mũthuri wĩho andĩkĩtwo gĩbanda kĩ harĩa rũgongo.
Nĩ o kiumia wa kerĩ ciĩhanda thaa 2:30 nginya thaa 3 cia ũtukũ.
Tabarĩra-inĩ ya mwĩhang'ĩri o gũkũ kwa Mũthingi TV na ni Mwangi wa Mũrugi.
Karibuni na mwikare thĩ mũnjĩre nĩkĩ kĩarĩa kĩngĩ.
Pastor, mundu toyo okaga utuku biu na ndari uguo tene. Thikũ ici ona thimũ yake ndigĩkwĩra ndamĩhutirie rĩ. Nĩ password ekĩraga.
Maũndũ ta maya nĩmo mahagũrĩte ihiko nyingĩ. Na ithuĩ Mũthingi TV tũgakũrehera tabarĩra ya mwanya ĩtagwo kwĩregeria.
Ũngĩkona mũndũ ciana cia nyarara muthu umenye mutumia ucio no monete
no nginya wambe wamũkĩre mũndũ getha thamake.
O mũthenya wa kiumia kuma thaa 4 cia ũtukũ nginya thaa 5 na niĩ Njũgũna wa Ngugi.
Kihoto kiunaga utamugete na kuona kihoto watho ni ufataranagia.
Watho ukoragwo wa guteithia mitugo na mikire ya maundu hari andu othe.
Na watho ugite ni 3 months with full pay.
Ndwagĩrĩirwo gũtwarwo police station kana gũtwarwo criminal court ni ũndũ wa defamation.
Na nikio ni nawe tufatie kumenya uria mundu agietha kihoto giake.
Mwana ena right yake na mwana we ni innocent.
Kihoto iriko na muthuri na mutumia tokoga na indo ikwari.
Watho ni wĩtĩkĩrĩtie ciana icio ũtigĩrwo.
Nyitana nanie Wairimu wa Kimani guku kwa Mũthingi TV o wakana thaa 2 cia hwaini tuthome na tuhiganie ciĩgiĩ watho amu guku nikuo kihumo kia gutherema.
Rĩrĩa tũratũra mũtũrĩre-inĩ ũyũ nĩ tũcemanagia na maũndũ matiganĩte, mamwe magatiga ironda nene ngoro-inĩ citũ na mamwe magatuĩka rũgano rwa gũtũra rũheanagwo.
Rĩrĩa nengeria mwana wakwa iria, mwana ndarĩ na outlet, ndayambirie kũimba.
na nitwagicokereria ngatho cia mwanya ni guthie na mbere na guikarania na ithui guku ariko Mũthingi TV ino rimetameta cia mathako arikirekaine ria keri na ria ngwirire muthenya wa umuthi tugukorwo na ageni aria matucereire guku gwitu mwena wa studio kuma county-ini ya Kirinyaga mwena wa Sagana na kuria maikoretwo makiugite they dare the water nitugukorwo tukimenya hihi thaici uria kuraura ka bado no maraikorwo makimadeha na gitio kinene tikirai gukorwo tukiaraniria nanie kuria mwena wa Facebook aria Mũthingi TV mwena wa YouTube aria Mũthingi TV tugukorwo tugicenjia ruthiomi na nderoma andu ake Embu monjohere ninyi ndogamirire county cianyu na githongo mothe sasa gutemare gunto gukorwo na ageni aitu atukorwo tukimenya maritwa mao nikimekaga guoka ni horo wigie muthako wa canoeing na ndogo ni horo wigie muthako wa canoeing ri ndogo ni horo wigie muthako ura involve mai na boat kana hihi kindu kiraikorwo ikigerera mai-ini na ruta gutemare atukorwo atukimenya ageni aitu and karibuni sana. Welcome to Kenya, by the way. Yeah, this is Mũthingi TV, and we want first to know your name and what you do for the Canoe Federation.
Well, my name is Jean-Michel Prono. I'm French, but working for the International Canoe Federation. I am in charge of the canoeing slalom Olympic discipline. I'm the technical delegate for now almost 20 years.
Oh.
And just for you to know, I've been coming in Kenya for the canoeing sports and Olympic qualification competition in 2008, so it's already a long story.
Our middle person?
Yes, I'm Harrison Geshero. I'm the chairman of Kenya Rowing and Canoe Association Kirinyaga. I'm also the safeguarding officer for Kenya Rowing and Canoe Federation in Kenya, and equally the representative to ADAC, that's Anti-Doping Authority of Kenya, for Canoe Rowing Federation.
On my end.
Okay, Samuel Muturi. I'm an athlete. My sport is slalom canoe kayak, and yeah, I'm in national team.
Sam, let me start with you, because now the focus here is about you, because they wouldn't be here if it was not for you. How did you know you can canoe? How did you come to love a lot of water? Because that's a lot of water.
Okay, in my area, I live in Sagana. We have the Sagana River just along by, and I used to see people rafting, kayaking, and I decided to join the club. So yeah.
How has been the journey been?
With Slalom Club, I joined in 2007, and here and there we have been trying our best, training inside the country, but somehow it's tricky, hard because of equipment and also the course, and yeah.
Coming to you, what has been how has it been having to like manage the whole world when it comes to canoeing? How has it been?
I mean, it's a busy time, by the way. I just want to highlight that one of the reasons why I'm here, and I came earlier for competition, but now my mission here is specifically to try to solve the facility issue that Samuel mentioned. If you want to train in a proper condition, you need to have a daily field of play where you could train. Samuel is living close to the river. This river is, as you know now with the flooding, the river could change. Establish a permanent facility for daily training is one of the most important features to allow the growth of athletes and the training of international athletes. So why I've been coming this particular time is not because of the flooding, unfortunately. It's because we are now with the International Canoe Federation, the Sports Authority in Kenya, obviously the club here in Sagana, is to look for establish a kind of pilot project to develop a permanent facility in one of the river around in this region in the county. So my visit was for scouting different places, and particularly the Tibadam sector, where now we could benefit probably a more stable, more controlled flow to establish a permanent canoeing slalom course for both training daily and competition organization.
You've said that you have done this for 20 years. What has made you survive in water? Because most of the people see water and be like, I can do this. How has it been for 20 years?
To be frank with you, I've been an athlete, I've been a coach, so I was directly linked with the water. My work now is more about how we organize the sport, how we deliver the event. Why I have been lasting 20 years? Because it's my passion, and there is a lot to do in the world. So I'm involved in the Olympic Games preparation. And international competition, World Cup, World Championships, African Olympic qualifier, African Championship. So my work comes from the proper facility to be accommodated to support the organizing committee for delivering the competition.
Mr. Gishero, how has it been, you being a chairman for the federation, putting in mind that I would put it is a sport that is trying to fit in, putting in mind that the country knows a lot about football, they know a lot about running, athletics, they know a lot of hockey and what. How has it been for you to put a foot when it comes to canoeing?
Well, for sure, thank you for that question. It's a good one, because we've really had a challenge. It's one of the challenges that we have to put this sport onto the map in Kenya, bearing in mind that we have a perfect athletic team and other kind of sports. But now this is a new, truly upcoming team, bearing in mind that we have quality athletes like his number 3, he won bronze in African Olympic qualifiers. So you can see at what level we are already, and that is courtesy to having River Sagana and the support of the International Canoeing Federation. Moreover, I come from a background of sport in a different way. My training is basically, I'm a physiotherapist, so I major as the team physio for the club since 2008, 2009. I've been with the club, so I know way so much. I'm trained on advanced cardiac resuscitation, emergency rehabilitation. So the challenges, we are managing them. And now, one of our main challenges has been lack of continuous training throughout the year because of fluctuations of the river waters, the volumes. But when the rains are there, we've been having a true challenge because the river is way too swollen for the sport. So we have to suspend the training. Then come the sunny period, then the waters are way too low. Again, we suspend the training. But now we've got a dam, which is irrigation board, whereby it's giving us continuous flow of the river. That is, the water levels are not really so much fluctuating. So we wrote to the ICF, and that courtesy to Prono, the technical director. We're here seeing how we can have a permanent course on Thiva River, which is in Kirinyaga County. But we've been training on River Tana, or in River Tana, which is also a river within Kirinyaga, a main one, though it borders Murang and Kirinyaga. But basically we've been doing well, and now with that we believe we will make it now to higher heights.
How are people taking this game, this sport? How are parents agreeing their kids to come and train? Because I believe most of our parents will be like, nimesema usijaribu kuchezea maji wewe. How are they taking it?
Well, very positively, to say the truth, because it's brought in better livelihoods economically, because we have now so many high caliber hotels, very high, employing our youths who are trained in this sport. They've seen now the fruits. All those hotels along the river, they have recreational activities within the river. That is rafting, which now has to be manned by our trainees. So it's an economic way of us raising our standard. So now the parents are way too happy about that, giving us their children so that they can end up working in the hotel industry, that hospitality industry. And now realizing that we were almost in the verge of getting into the Olympics, now as a sport, and now they are excited. And now we believe now if this becomes a reality, we get a permanent course, we will be on the international map in terms of providing quality athletes like Mutuli here.
If you allow me, I want to answer also your question about how you come in the sport. One key factor is the security of the child, the way you bring these people to the sport, and the progression of the difficulty you propose to them. And that's why I want to insist on the importance to have a proper venue, a proper river stretch that you accommodate in a way that there is no danger and people could go through the step-by-step learning process. It's extremely important to start in a safe environment and to have a progressive approach of the difficulty. And definitely having a kind of whitewater stadium, this is the way we call it, as you have an athletic stadium, a football game, field of play. We are looking now to develop a permanent canoeing and whitewater, because it's all about whitewater, a skill development tool through a river stretch accommodated. And this will be only possible not only because of these athletes and clubs, but also thanks to the support of the authority. We could not plan any facility without the support of the local government, the Kenyan Water Authority. So it's a first step in the process, but we believe that there is a real possibility, and it's for the International Canoe Federation as for the Kenyan Federation, it's a priority to establish this facility. And we believe that once it is done in this region, we have plenty of other regions in Kenya where we have such a possibility. So let's call it a pilot project, and Samuel is the flag holder for the project.
So everyone is talking right now about floods. Everyone now is expecting people like you to go help the people who are stuck in floods. Right now, what are you doing? Because I know right now you're not doing your practice, you're not, because the river that I saw, I was with you, Ukipoa ile check by Sport Pesa, I was with you. How has it been like right now? How are you helping the community right now?
Okay, we have been going around Kenya, even like yesterday. I arrived back to Sagana yesterday from Masai Mara, doing some rescue there with Red Cross together with Savage Wilderness. So we are taking people across with a raft, or trying to do to ferry them across from one side to the other. And we have been helping in Madare and some other places around. So yeah.
Do you ever have a bad day at work? I'm in the office. Because I saw the place that, the waterfall that you people were moving, and I was like, oh, how does it feel when you're in that waterfall?
Obvious, you have to start from somewhere, and you have to grow, and you're gonna be brave each and every day as you try it.
How was your first day?
My first day, kind of, closing your eyes, and you're like, oh, am I not getting to the bottom and all that? But yeah, after a few runs, you get used to it.
When it comes to ICF, I believe that you have a plan on how you'll have to make this sport known. What is your plan, especially you being in the management desk? How are you planning to make this sport work?
One of the way to promote it is organizing competition, because this is when TV, the media have a better impact to spread the sport. However, to do that, we have to first have a proper venue to propose, easy for the spectators to come, easy for TV to come and cover. So for us, again, the facility, the place where you choose to organize the competition is important. Kenya is definitely a place where we came already twice, in Sagana, and we are very keen to come back. And in Africa, with the Confederation, Canoeing African Confederation, we are willing to put an effort on Kenya, because there is a natural resources in whitewater, and you mentioned the tourism, the recreational activity. So probably it's a joint venture between tourism, sports, Olympic sports, and last but not least, these skills in whitewater could be also a way for people to help and support when disaster happen. So one of the aspects of the project we would like to put forward with the Kenyan Authority and the Confederation is also to propose a complete education and training program for water safety rescue. So it's another aspect of the whitewater skills. Those athletes, once they finish their career, they may also be part of the forces that could support what we could see now happening often with the climate change, this flooding. So it's a way not only recreational, but also bringing support to the citizen, to the society, to the country. So the ICF is also keen to promote this aspect. So back to the question of promoting the event, is a great competition. Show, not a too difficult course, because you are impressed by the whitewater, but be sure that the athletes, when they come to the competition, they have the key, they play with the water. It's not about being stressed and rush in the water. No, it's, you know what you do. we propose a course which is just what are your skills. It's not about danger. It's not. It could be a risky situation if you are not prepared. But for those athletes, it's not risky. We are a sport, a competition sport where we have almost no injuries, no lost. When you could see accident, it's when people do crazy things in crazy places. Our environment is a controlled environment, and again, it's super important for the kids to go and grow in a very safe environment. I want to insist on this. There is nothing worse than organizing a competition and having an accident that shows that the sport is dangerous. So safety is first, even for our athletes.
For you, Mr. Gishero, putting in mind that now you're coming in as a management of the sport, like everyone now is looking at you when you organize these competitions. Everyone is looking at you like, we are hoping that there's nothing that will happen. What are the challenges you're facing right now when it comes to this sport, and what are the biggest achievements that Kirinyaga County has done talking about this sport?
Well, talking about the sport and the achievement for Kirinyaga, one is, as you've heard, we have now the athletes who are winning. That is bringing glory to Kenya and Kirinyaga in particular. The other achievement is also having the technical team all the way from the international community coming over and supporting these activities. The greatest of them all is pulling kids out of, we know what is happening within the country about youth. They are very vulnerable to substance abuse. When we pull them to this sport, then we know we've done something for the community and for Kenya. And that's the call that has been, the national call, that we work towards substance abuse. We try to not only rehabilitate but to prevent. Well, you earlier on had asked about the safety. I also said that the safeguarding, I'm trained on safeguarding, the Kenya Rowing and Canoe Federation safeguarding person. So it means that they are trainings. We are training athletes, the support staff, coaches about preventing abuse, harassment, or in all that sphere. So we trained about that. So we're giving confidence to the parents, the community we come from, because it's our children. Again, on the same basis, I'm coming from the medical world, so I'm going there also, as I said, for emergency purposes. But we're very, very lucky. We've not had those major emergencies, and that's why, courtesy to that, we are able to have an athlete who've trained from childhood to this level, and is okay. So the parents there are okay with the sport. They know. Moreover, we are better off having trained people in waters as opposed to they are living near the rivers, the same very dangerous river, and they don't know anything about it. So they become very vulnerable. So when we bring in this training, it becomes like it's a major achievement to the community and to Kenya. Yeah.
Sam, what are the biggest? Oh, sorry.
No. But about the proper county, what you wish from them now?
Oh, from what we would love from our county is also to join hands with us in a big way to support us so that we can place this sport where it's required, and for the county to see the benefits. They've already seen the benefits, but to come and really support us. Like when the technical team comes from outside, they also join us directly, physically, and so show lots of support. Yes.
Some for you, putting in mind that you can bring someone who is up there, call him up there. How does you being in this sport, and what are the challenges you faced so far, and the biggest stages you have been in from this sport?
The challenges, at first what they just said about the training course. If we get one, I'm sure we are going to produce like good athletes, and this will be like young generation. They have somewhere to train, and yeah, we are going to have big people.
What are the biggest stages you have been in? Amani sports gani kubwa sana you've been?
I have done few world championships, and like 3 in Spain, and I have been to UK for a world championship, and Slovakia. So yeah.
Do you have people who train with you, or they all look you like?
We have a quite number of people. We have around maybe let's say 20 people whom we do train together. Yeah, and we kayak along the river.
So, right now, if the Minister of Sports is watching you, what will you ask from him, especially putting this sport?
So maybe he knows there is a sport like slalom canoe kayak or kayaking in general. If he can just maybe put, I know he's giving something to the sport, but if he can just maybe do more and maybe come to the ground and see what you're doing, he might also be interested, and he can see what you're doing.
I believe SportPesa came in on board for you, and how has been the journey, SportPesa coming through, and when they were not there, how has it been? Has it changed anything, or are you still the same?
It's just a few months ago since we had a SportPesa to GMN initiative, and I have plans. We have plans with them to get some equipment, and that is going to give us a really big boost. Yeah, so I'm planning on to get more stuff, equipment from outside, and I'm sure it's going to really boost us.
The director, for you, when it comes to the relationship between ICF and the Kenyan one, how has been the relationship been for the past, how many years you've been working for ICF?
As I mentioned to you, it's a long story, and it started, actually, it was a French-Kenyan partnership, which happened with no special reason, but from 2003 we were developing a foster program with Kenya, and Titus, the coach of the club, was one of the beneficiary of it. And we start like this. We have these several competition, and again, because in Africa this sport is not well developed. We have wild water activity in many countries, and we believe as an ICF that the Kenyan is a right place to do it. It's a central place. We could also foster other programs from the region in the Kenya as soon as we have a place to do it. And I want to mention that the Olympic Committee, National Olympic Committee, is also very keen to develop and the relationship with the ICF. The IOC, International Olympic Committee, is also supportive through the Olympic Solidarity. Samuel has been a beneficiary of this type of support. And again, it looks like we are working for a long time with Kenya, but definitely what have been blocking the progress further is definitely the lack of facility. It looks like we repeat this as a non-ending song, but this is the reality. So nowadays, if we want to really establish, we need the support of the local authority, county, the sports ministry, the water and irrigation authority, to build some project. And I guess the know-how, the expertise is already in Kenya. We could still support more expertise. We could bring coach in. One day maybe Samuel will be a coach for the national team in Kenya. We could also support with the Olympic Solidarity. So again, for us, the first step moving forward now, even we have a long background in this relationship, is to establish a proper competition and training facility. And that's really the reason why I came. I stayed for 4 days now, And that's the reason why I'm here, because I want to take advantage of this window to the Kenyan public to say that there is an option to grow and to establish definitely this wonderful Olympic discipline and also recreational activity.
Mr. Gishero, what are you doing to make sure that Sam here doesn't complain again about equipment, about its training grounds? What are you doing to ensure that Kirinyaga will have a place they can say that now this is our home, this is where we train?
Well, as Aria, you alluded to Sports Pesa, such partnership, and then the partnership with the International Canoeing Federation. You see, we will have overcome such a challenge, and now we've already called in the Minister of Sports, the Kirinyaga County Government to join us, and together we'll change that. We won't be having that as a challenge. So Muturi is likely not to really complain, because now things will be smoother. And then if we develop the course, the upcoming athletes, because we've got a number, quite a number, young ladies as young as 12 years coming all the way to adults. So I think
it's a very important point. You mentioned the ladies. We are committed as an international body, sports body, to develop in the gender equal balance. That's absolutely. Just to let you know, we could not welcome development program without having the gender equality in the program. That's the new policy from the IOC, from our federation, and from the Confederation in Africa. So that's very clear that if you present athletes only with male in a program that receives support, it will not be progressing. We need to have one male, one female.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No, what if we have a lot of qualified personnel, but we don't have the ladies, because we ladies
that's why that's the way to encourage. If you do not have the parity, the gender equity in the access to the sports, you will not progress further.
How has been Kirinyaga and ladies? Are you able to bring them, they still at home?
Funny enough, in our sport, it's almost 50-50. In fact, we have a super lady right now who's just only 18 years old. That is our boy.
And me.
Yeah, sure.
But you know, my experience with the Kenyan female athletes is they were great, but we lost them because they got married. That's a cultural issue. I don't want to break the, but that's true. I've seen several great athletes, and suddenly 2 seasons later, you know, oh, I have a baby, I'm married.
It's cold. Kenya is cold.
So I think that's something we have to work on.
Some you said when we came to you, you said that you're trying to get to the Olympic sport, and now we need you to tell us what are you doing to get there, and then till now what are you doing to get to the Olympic sport?
So training every day, but for now, as you all know about the floods, we are not doing much of training. With the Sport Pesa TGM initiative, we are planning on how we are going to get like just a house gym. Mostly when we are not in the river, we can be doing some gym, and it's also helping.
You still need gym in the water?
Yeah, there is a part of physical preparation.
What? You in water, you in canoeing. How is canoeing allowing water and gym?
Because you need arms, you need a good heart,
yeah, sure.
You need aerobic capacity. That I don't want to make a conference about the way you prepare, but it's all about physical capacity too, and mental capacity.
Looking at
the skill in the water are very important. So you need to spend an hour training underwater. Trying different trajectory, giving more and more skills. But if you want to do that and afford training daily, you need to be in shape. You need to be running. You need to be exercising, weightlifting a bit. Not the kids, but when it comes to such level, you need to have a physical preparation.
Kirinyaga will kill this boy if he has to do gym. Kirinyaga
No,
will kill
it's not exactly, it's a body condition.
Uh-huh.
And that's why we are there.
Uh-huh.
That he has to be very strong. He has to be, you know, strong enough. He has to have what is required to perform. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
physical endurance.
Yes, endurance, strength, all that.
So-
General fitness.
So some you train every morning.
Most of the times, yeah, you have to do like planning from the morning, and you have to have a plan for each and every day.
Hey, my lord. So every morning you have to test the water.
Mostly we do have like maybe 3 or 4 days per week, doing like session in the morning and in the water, morning and afternoon. But for now, due to the water levels and floods, maybe the water is too low. Yeah, so
For the young in development stages, if they train twice a week on the water, it's good. They probably walk to go home, they walk to go school, so the physical condition in Kenya is not a great issue because people are used to do exercise. But when it comes to training for competition, if we want to fight with the Europeans, the Australian, I think we need to have the same level. And actually, this is what lack in Kenya is that he has not, Samuel and the other, they have not the daily possibility to access, for instance, to the gate. What we call the gate is the course we design as in competition. If you have no permanent gate hanging on the river to define your trajectory, you have less capacity of training compared to the European who are training. Samuel has been training in Europe, in Spain especially. I was there with him, and he knows exactly what is a training center for the young Spanish guy you saw in the summer. They have access twice, 3 times a week to this kind of facility. So it's quite unbalanced in terms of how they prepare. And I have to mention that the level achieved by Samuel related to the condition he has for training is quite amazing. So you still have to make progress, but in the condition that you have now in Kenya, it's quite exceptional to reach this level, I have to say.
So as we wind up, what is the plan for the organization in this country, and what do you expect more from your organization to our Kenyan organization?
Me now, we wish the support of the county authority, because we need permit, we need construction permit, we need to have access to we have to identify the stretch of river where we are allowed to build this facility. So it's mostly administration support, the funding probably, but it's not so expensive. I see the challenges now, more about the access, the road access, how we make this facility easy to work with the people we have. So this means that now we need support mostly from the county and from the national authority, sports ministry, National Olympic Committee. We, as an international body with the Confederation of Africa and the Olympic Solidarity, I think we will put our effort. But when it comes to building and organizing a proper venue, I think it's clearly the owner of the land, the owner of the water rights to give us the green light. So now it's the time for Kenya authority to give the support and the green light. We will still be here to give assessment expertise when needed, but I think the final call, as we said yesterday, the final buy-in is by the county, by the sports ministry. So we hope this will come soon.
Okay. So from you, what do you expect 5 years to come from Kirinyaga, and what are the things that you're doing to make this sport a growing one and a firm one? Because we may start something and then cut it to what are you doing about it?
Well, it's a growing sport. We've been there. That's for the duration you've had. It's a long duration. So now, if we get the permanent course and if we had the challenges, we have to for that permanent course, we need access. We have the river, yes, but we need even the riparian zone to be marked, and then we'll be given authority to access it and to use it for now for the sport, because it's like it's a stadium we're building. We're being supported to build a stadium. We require all the authorities, RAD, we require the water authority, we require basically almost the whole administration to come on board so that we may manage to put up the facility. And then thereafter, once that's a short-term goal, 5 years, we believe that in the next, like, let's say 10, 20, 30 years, our goal is to be producing high caliber athletes who are putting so much time, because we have the facility, the infrastructure, the institution truly running, and then we'll be having a pool of athletes who are able to compete effectively at the world arena, at the level like Muchuri, who despite the challenge of not putting in so much time, because there are constraints, they won't have that. So what will it, he's able to beat those who've put so much time. What will happen when we have all that and we've trained, put in all the structures, then Kenya will be producing the best of the best. We have the talents, but we've not exactly exploited our talents. That's where we come in, and that's in 5 years, believe you me, we will be somewhere on Kenyan and international map.
So for you, Sam, as we wind up, what are your plans for 5 years to come? Are you planning to bring other people on board, or you still want to first know if this is what you really want?
Yeah, we have been training young athletes, and my plan is I was trying my best to join the Olympics 2024, but maybe the chance is gone. We still have 2028, and also I want to do more training and course to become a coach. So by 2028, that's when I'm looking forward to, maybe if I'm not gonna join for, I'm gonna get a chance to go for Olympics 2028, then I can give a chance to someone else and be more to coaching side.
Haya, murareri wa Muthingi TV no ikorwo kiigua horo wigie kindu gigwitwo canoeing, horo wigie mai ni tukorwo tukimenya maigi kuona ati tugakorwo nao oro ringi, kuona ati thaa ici mathani maikorwo magitutengeria na kwa kiigua ati I've been practicing my English, it is top. Yes, Kiambu, have made you proud. Niye tucemarie Juma yokete tabarĩra-inĩ ĩngĩ ya metameta cia mathako. Nĩngwĩra ngũkũihũrĩra mathako mothe o ta ũrĩa maraikorwo magĩthakwo gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ, na nginyagia hĩndĩ ĩyo Ngai wa muoyo akwende akũige na akũrathime. Mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Freddy no mũhũri witũ wa mbica kana no camera person, mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Jerry wa Mwangi no director witũ, mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Max no kiuma kũrĩa mwena wa graphics, na kairĩtu gagwĩtwo Lucy no producer wakwa, na ndingĩriganĩrwo atĩ mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Nyabara wa mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Sam, mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Titus akiuma gũkũ mwena wa studio, nake no tũrĩkorwo na mũthenya wake tũkorwo tũgĩikara thĩ nake agĩkorwo agĩtwĩra atĩrĩrĩ we nake amenyire atĩ no agĩkorwo agĩtuĩka Nyabara nginyagia hĩndĩ ĩngĩ. Ngwĩra Ngai wa muoyo akwende akũige na akũrathime. Ningĩ tikamboi wa njaũ kana kairĩtu ka mathako, that sports girl.